The energy crisis in Northwest Indiana is taking a toll financially on residents in Northwest Indiana. Individuals have reported bills of $500 a month, $700 a month, $900 a month for energy bills. This right now is gaining national attention for the monopoly that Nipsco has in Northwest Indiana. This has put a hurting financially on the residents in Northwest Indiana. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Frank Talks Money. Real quick, I just need that one small favor. Remember to smash that like button. The more likes the video receives, the more the algorithm will show the video with more like-minded people like you and me. Let's get right into it. So guys, the energy crisis here in Northwest Indiana is starting to take a very heavy toll on the residents here in Indiana. Our energy company, Nipsco, has a monopoly up here in Northwest Indiana, and they have raised prices on energy bills. And it is taking a toll on residents in Indiana, in the state of Indiana. And it's drawing national attention because it is really starting to get outrageous, guys. People are just, are getting bills they just can't afford. Just can't afford these energy bills right now. My energy bill in December was $311. I just logged in, saw my January bill. My January bill went up $59 to $362. I'm just happy that I have the means and the resources to pay my bills. But a lot of individuals don't. A lot of individuals are already hurting financially. And then you throw this into the mix, winter comes, and energy bills just skyrocket. People have reported, that it's just crippling them financially. Individuals have reported taking on second jobs. This is really getting out of hand, and individuals cannot afford another financial hit when they're already stretching pennies right now. Got a video clip I want to get into that's explaining this exact situation. Let's get right into it.
If you live in Northwest Indiana, you may think your recent utility bills are high.
We're talking about Nipsco, which already charges more for electricity than anyone else in the state. Brett Bagansky took your questions and concerns straight to the utility company and shows you their answer.
They are the highest in the state of Indiana, guys. Hear that? They are the highest in the state of Indiana, and they have a monopoly.
For why your bill went up.
We've been getting a lot of messages from our viewers in Northwest Indiana. It's all about their Nipsco bills.
We wanted to compare the bills. One from May of 24, the other May of 25. $33 and change for one, to more than $153. We also noticed this. It's the delivery charge. It went from $24 to $88 year to year.
Kelly Hicks. I'm living in Hamlet, Indiana.
How has this impacted you financially?
I've gotten a second job bartending because you still have to eat. You still have to have lights. We sit in the dark at night. We sit in, sweatshirts, and, that's just not a way to live.
Kelly wasn't the only one.
You see that, guys? Having to take on a second job because of energy bills when she's already stretched thin financially. She's cutting off everything, turning the heat down, wearing sweatshirts at night. What more can you do? What more can you do in this situation?
My name's Kevin Mejia. I live in East Chicago, Indiana.
How much did it go up?
I would say at least doubled or tripled.
How has this impacted you and your bottom line?
I'm falling on a thin line of being able to pay my bills.
That gentleman in East Chicago, Indiana lives probably 30 minutes from me. 30 minutes from me. He lives in East Chicago, Indiana. That's about 30 minutes from where I reside in Indiana.
And live a life as I once was able to do.
I reached out to Nipsco to find out why this is happening. You can see the full statement on our website, fox32chicago.com. Nipsco cited the market for setting the price on natural gas, but also this. The charges go to maintaining and upgrading its infrastructure, hence why there's a protest planned here for February 1st.
If you had a message for the utility company, what would you tell them?
Do they have the same rates that we do? I don't know that that's I'm assuming that they do, but what do they do to combat this? I mean, everybody's turning their heat down and we're all surviving at 62 degrees or trying to. I mean, how are they surviving?
Did you hear that, guys? They're upgrading their infrastructure and they're passing the cost on to us citizens. That's what's happening. They're upgrading their data systems and they're passing those costs on to us, the residents in the state, which is complete and total bullshit. That's bullshit. But I'm just going to go back to what I always preach, guys. We have to always be financially prepared for things like this. We have to. We cannot control. We're small pawns in the grand scheme of things. All we can do is talk about it, protest those individuals that want to protest. Put up a fight about it. Call the companies, call your legislatures in your states and your counties, and see what can be done. But we're small pawns in the grand scheme of things when it boils down to it. The main thing we can do is make sure we're financially prepared. No one should have to work a second job to pay their energy bills. That's just not right. That's just not right. No one should have to keep their energy, keep their thermostat on 64 just to stay warm because they're trying to make sure they don't have a high bill. That's not fair. Shouldn't have to work a second job. That's not fair. But on the other side of the coin, I'm going to say this is where we got to be financially prepared for things like this. Because, guys, this is like having an emergency fund. Because you never know when something's going to happen around the corner. We never know what's coming down the road. We never know what's coming down the road that we have to be financially prepared for. We never know this. This is why you have to be prepared. You got to be prepared. This is why you got to have emergency funds. You got to save money. You got to invest money. I'm going to say it again. I don't care if you use Copilot, Gemini, what's the other one? Copilot, Gemini, ChatGPT. Guys, the number one wealth building tool for the average man or woman is the stock market and then real estate. Guys, you have to start investing your money to combat inflation and rising costs for goods and services. You have to. Otherwise, we'll keep running out, getting another job. That solves nothing. Because your income is still capped. You have to build assets, guys, in order to offset inflation and rising living costs. You have to, guys. Going to get a job another job, a second job, a third job cannot always be the answer because you'll steadily stay behind. So guys, I just want to bring you some more clarity to this. Nipsco has a monopoly here and it's ruining individuals financially. Guys, please remember to like this video, share the video, and most important, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Frank Talks Money. And with that, guys, always remember, financial decisions you make today will impact your financial life tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Frank Talks Money. I'm out of here.